In this video, I'll be demonstrating the effects of using a double tagging VLAN hopping attack to send an ICMP packet to a virtual machine located on a separate VLAN in the attacking system. In this scenario, the attacker is using a physical Kali system connected to a native VLAN access port on the Cisco 2950 switch. Each hypervisor environment is connected to the same Cisco 2950 switch via a trunk port as per best practices, with the target virtual machine being located on VLAN 20 or VLAN 10. Let's check out the configuration on the Cisco 2950 switch. Okay, the attacker is located on port 1, so we'll check out the status of that port. And we can see that it's just set up as a basic access port connected to VLAN 1. And here, if we look at the trunking mode, we can see its status is not trunking with the native VLAN of 1. Okay, the hypervisor environment we're going to be testing against is the Microsoft Server 2012 Hyper-V running in the Data Center R2 edition, and it's using the Cisco Nexus 1000v virtual switch. That virtual switch is connected to port 27 on this switch. We can see here that it's connected as a trunk, and if we check the trunking status, it'll show it's using the 802.1q encapsulation method and its status of trunking with a native VLAN of 1, and it has access to all the VLANs allowed in the trunk, and there's our 20 and 10 VLANs. In this case, the virtual machine is sitting on VLAN 10. So now let's move over to the Cisco Nexus 1000v and check out the configuration on that switch. Here we can see we have Ethernet 3-1, which is connected as a trunk, and this is the uplink port to the physical switch. And down here we have our Kali virtual machine, which is running on vETH1, and that is connected to VLAN 10 as an access port. Okay, so now we're going to start our attack. So over here on the virtual machine on the Hyper-V environment, we're just going to run TCP dump. And we're going to grep for ICMP just to filter that out. Over on the Kali system here, this is the physical system connected to the access port on the switch. We're going to run the Yersinia program with a -I flag for interactive mode. We're just going to select we're not going to select the default interface because this is multi-home. So what we're going to want to do is change the interface. So we're going to use the I key, turn off ETH0, turn on ETH2, since that's the network interface that's connected to our test network. Hit Q to exit. And now we're going to switch over to 802.1q mode for the protocol. So we press the G key for that. And we need to edit the parameters here. So press the E key, and we're going to go down. We're going to leave the VLAN set to 1 for the first tag. And for the second tag, we're going to change that over to 10. And down here, we're going to spoof an IP address of 192.168.005.005. And the target is 192.168.001. And we'll just check the IP address over here to verify. And it's at .100. So we'll just go over here and change this to 100. Oop. And hit enter for those to save. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to fire off this attack. So we'll use the X key to bring up the attack panel, and then press the number 1 to send that double tag packet. And we're just going to keep doing this for a little bit. We can see here that the spoofed source IP is 192.168.5.5. We're using the 802.1q protocol, and the destination is 192.168.1.100. And it's an ICMP packet using Ethernet 2 interface. So we're just going to keep doing this for a little bit here because this could take a little while before we actually start seeing something over on the target system. It takes a little bit for this packet to actually cross over the network, go through the VLANs, and finally reach the target. Oh, and there we go. Whole bunch of packets sent over here. We see over here on the Cisco Nexus 1000v connected virtual machine, indicating that this attack did work, going through a physical attacking system, through a single switch, into the Nexus 1000v virtual switch, and finally ending up on VLAN 10 on the target system.